Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. And in our top stories today from NBC News, fears grow that Trump will use the military in dictatorial ways if he returns to the White House. What an extraordinary title, but let me be more precise with it so you guys can get a clearer understanding. Here's NBC News, the news tweet, or X. A network of public interest groups and lawmakers nervous about former President Trump's potential return to power is quietly devising plans to foil any effort on his part to pressure the U.S. military to carry out his political agenda. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a definition of a coup. Now, we thought it was hubris already when Molly Ball, in her 6,000-plus worded spiking the football shadow campaign, working together, the establishment, to ensure that the election of 2020 came out, in their particular way, as we have talked about. So you'll have to hit that like button since we obviously mentioned Molly Ball. But don't you find it fascinating that during 2020, when the military and the generals and others were all aligning with Joe Biden, clearly they knew something was on the wall, right? Because it is the establishment in the background working to ensure and install their surrogate presidents. And Donald Trump is not one of those individuals who is going to allow himself to be manipulated and controlled by the establishment. It's absolutely extraordinary, is it not? Among those being mentioned for Trump's defense secretary are Christopher Miller, who served temporarily during his administration, Michael Flynn, and Mike Pompeo. So these are potential defense secretaries. It's interesting, isn't it? They're already aligning. They're already preparing for Trump to be president. Donald Trump is sparking fears among those who understand the inner workings of the Pentagon. That is the establishment uniparty. That he would convert the nonpartisan U.S. military into the muscular arm of his particular agenda as he makes comments about dictatorship and devalues the checks and balances that underpin the nation's two-century-old democracy. Now, here's the language, right? Trump comes out, he makes a statement. They ask him, and, very similarly, because, the Democrats obviously say that he's a dictator or would act as a dictator. So to tease that, to entertain that thought, he sarcastically says, I'll only be a dictator for a day. I will close the border, or he will deal with the border, and he will start drilling, drill baby drill, which means that he will begin the energy independence program once again. So do you not find it fascinating that the media can take a phrase or turn something that Donald Trump has done into this exaggerated, sensationalized dictatorship type comment, which was intended to be snarky and cynical. But they can't see Joe Biden, who can't complete a sentence, who the media has to complete his sentences for him in articles. It's absolutely extraordinary, is it not? A circle of appointees independent of Trump's political operation, that would be the establishment uniparty, steered him away from the ideas that would have pushed the limits of presidential power in his last term. According to books they've written and testimony given to Congress, most were gone by the end. Okay, in a new term, many former officials worry that Trump would instead surround himself with loyalists unwilling to say no. So in other words, the establishment uniparty was there. They had to be there because that's what they do, right? They tell the president, this may not be a good idea or that may be a better idea. So they give him options, right? The president is surrounded by a lot of people. Everybody wants to give him advice. Everybody wants to give him direction. And, of course, everybody wants their own agenda completed by virtue of the president. So I just find it absolutely fascinating. Do you not? After that huge victory in Iowa, which isn't necessarily representative of the entire United States, but it is a pattern. It is a potential indicator that Donald Trump is on the road to a massive victory. As a matter of fact, they were saying in the media that 45-46 was the record there in Iowa for a candidate, but Trump ended up with 51, so he absolutely knocked it out of the park. But I find it fascinating, don't you, that they're going to this extent because by definition, as we see here by Muse here, reminder, The woman behind the coup planning reported on by NBC is Mary B. McCord, who served as the acting assistant attorney general for national security for October 26, 2017. So by definition, in these terms, it is essentially they are outlining a coup. It's absolutely amazing, is it not? And to think that they're doing this while we see here from the Independent, U.S. lawmakers slam Biden for launching Houthi strikes without backing from Congress. Isn't that amazing? Not only that, but the states that were trying to remove Donald Trump from the ballot were doing so also without, or were trying to do it without the direction and instruction or ruling from SCOTUS, from the Supreme Court of the United States. So it's exactly as we talk about here on the BuzWeaver channel. We take the difficult, we take the complicated, we take the confusion, we take the tumult, and we break it down into very simple terms. We have in the United States an establishment uniparty that selects our presidents, manipulates and controls those presidents to ensure that particular narratives and agendas are met. And we're seeing it right here, written by NBC News, and as we saw from the Molly Baugh article, the secret shadow campaign. It's right here. And so here I am, a very small YouTuber. So make sure you hit that like to support the channel, of course, and subscribe, as I always mention. I'll get into that probably in the Friday vlog as to why I always have to mention all that stuff. But it is absolutely fascinating to me. But I am grateful to all you guys across New Tech, everyone here on YouTube who supports the channel. Because, of course, it's difficult for me to compete with the likes of NBC News and the mainstream media, legacy media, and other media outlets because YouTube targets those individuals as their, reliable sources, right? They're premium account members, as it were. And it's just extraordinary. But your guys' support has been amazing, and I thank you guys for it all. Of course, make sure that you like and subscribe, as well as to click the notifications as you guys are seeing there on those of you watching on YouTube. But I do appreciate everything you guys have done for the channel. It's going to be an interesting 2024, as I often say, and I'll see all you guys in the next video.